Hey guys, welcome to my part 2 video of MDT server configuration. Please subscribe my channel and enjoy the video.
So we're caught up in drama. Everybody's talking. We're caught up in problem. Everybody's talking.
Now I'm coming to the driver part. In the driver part, you have to select out of box driver, then import driver. So otherwise you can do one thing. I'm just showing you one. You can create a folder named Lenovo. Next, finish. So I'm putting Lenovo drivers in the Lenovo folder. You can segregate the drivers with this folder segregation. So import driver, source directory. You have to choose the directory only. So I copied my drivers to my downloads folder. The drivers, Lenovo. I have one model driver. So all the USB, Wi-Fi, input, Ethernet, display, chipset, camera, audio drivers are available here. So I have to select this model 1 folder, so it will get automatically the driver list. Downloads drivers, model 1. Okay. So here is the option import drivers even if they are duplicate of an existing driver. So I don't want to import that kind of drivers. I'm clicking on next. Okay, so it starts importing the driver, so it will take some time. Okay, so it has completed now. Looks like one warning has came. Let's just see the warning. Okay, so this driver does not support. No issue, you can ignore this warning. Okay, so you can see all the drivers are listed in here. Okay, so now I'm going to create a profile for this driver. So just go to selection profile in advanced configuration and right click on it and create a new selection profile. I am naming it as Lenovo. Next, I'm selecting the Lenovo folder from the driver. So selection profile will help you to select the proper driver in each task sequence. Next, finish. So this profile has been created. Okay, so now comes to the Toc Sequence part. So there is no Toc Sequence right now. I'm creating a new Toc Sequence. Just right click and create new Toc Sequence. So first you have to put a Toc Sequence ID. This ID should be unique in each Toc Sequence. So I'm putting it Win7.0.1. Toc Sequence name will be Windows 7 Deployment for Lenovo laptop, just like that. So click on next. Standard client Toc Sequence, I'm just keeping it default, no change required. So comes to the OS part. I have to select the operating system. I'm selecting the 64-bit operating system, then click on next. Select specify product key. If you want to put a product key, then you have to select the multiple activation key. I'm just selecting that do not specify product key at this time. Next, OS settings, you can select your organization. Next, admin password must be set. So this is a common platform where the admin password will be same for all workstations. So I'm putting my admin password. next, next, finish. Okay, so my Toc sequence has created. Now comes to the changes part. So if you just right click on it, there is a properties option. Go to properties and you can select the Toc sequence items, the sequence that will use for this deployment. So these all are the Toc sequence that will use in the deployment. So from the beginning, it's initialization, there is nothing to change in here. Validation, no changes, no changes. Actually these are not required to be changed, only few things that need to be changed, that is inject driver. In the pre-installation folder you have to select the inject driver. You can select all drivers, otherwise you can select that profile that I have created, Lenovo. You can see here that this Lenovo folder is showing. So I'm just selecting this Lenovo so that only the Lenovo drivers will take. So in a bigger part, if you have multiple brand of laptops like Dell, Lenovo, HP, so you can put your drivers in this kind of folders and segregate those drivers. Otherwise what will happen at the time of image, if you put this option all drivers, so in Dell laptop Lenovo and HP drivers will also install, so that may be cause some confliction. So to avoid that kind of situation, I'm using this feature. Okay, so next thing is the new computers only. So here format and partition disk, you can specify what will be the partition size of your OS disk from here. Windows primary, if you want to change, you can change it here. What will be the partition name, what will be the partition size. I'm putting the name is like SCTech OS. And you can specify what will be the percentage of the partition. You can specify the percentage of the remaining free space. You can use a specific size if you want to. So these are the things that can be modified in this here. So this will be the OS disk name. So I'm putting this on here. Okay, so click on OK. Now after installation complete, it comes for the application installs. After post installation state restore, you will see that install application. So in here you can put your application one by one, or you can select as per your requirement. So there are two options: install multiple application, install a single application. So if you select here, you will get prompt at the time of selecting the image that which application do you want to install. Select those. Or if you want to mandate the application installation, you can select install a single application and select the application from here, so that there will be no prompt showing at the time of at the beginning of the installation that which application do you want to install. It will automatically install Google Chrome and the other application and to this image. So I have select Google Chrome. So if you have any other application, you can just go to add and then general and then click on install application. So you will get another install application prompt and you have to select install single application, then you can select the second application. As I don't have any second application, I'm not going to use this second option. I'm just deleting this one. Okay, so Google Chrome, I'm installing Google Chrome, so name will be Google Chrome and then apply. Okay, so my Toc sequence is ready now. and my deployment share is ready. Now I have to create a boot image. Why boot image? If you have seen in my previous WDS video, there are two image file, that two vim file in the WDS. One is boot, that boot.vim, another is install.vim. With the boot.vim, that workstation are able to boot from the network. Without boot.vim, workstation will not boot for the installation. So to replace that boot image file, we are creating a new boot file from this deployment workbench, which is MDT. With this MDT boot file, it will automatically connect to the MDT server and select the Toc sequence and do the installation as per the Toc sequence guidelines. Okay, so I'm just right click on the MDT deployment share and update deployment share. So this is my first deployment share, so I'm just creating a complete regenerate the boot image. Then click on next, and it will create a boot image. So it will take some time, so let's just wait for the installation complete. Okay, so process has been completed and the boot file is ready. Okay, so boot file has created. Now this boot file need to be mounted in the WDS boot option. So now I'm going to WDS. Okay, so as per my previous video, there is a test boot is already there in the WDS. So I'm just adding the new boot image that I have created from the MDT. So just go to the MDT installation directory. Then boot. Then so if your environment is 64 based, you can use the 64 base the boot file, and if you have the 86 like 32 based environment, you can use the 32 boot file. So I'm choosing 64 boot file. Open, next. I'm using the name like MDT boot file for Win 7. Next, finish. So now we have two boot file in the WDS. Okay. So now we are going to boot the client system. Okay, so in my client system you can see that my two WDS boot file is showing. So first one is from the WDS, which will image the workstation from WDS provided Vim file, and second one is from the MDT server boot file, which will image the workstation from the MDT OS and the application. So nothing else, just I have to select this option and then OK. So as you can see, the booting is coming from the MDT server. Okay, so for now this is it. Thanks guys for watching this video. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like the video and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks.